From JBS Studios in Greater New York, this is the JBS News Update with Teisha Bader.
I'm Teisha Bader with the JBS News Update for Thursday, April the 7th, 2022. We open with what appears to be a terror attack this evening in the heart of Tel Aviv. 2 people were killed and 8 others wounded in a shooting on the city's busy and bustling Dizengoff Street, which is lined with outdoor bars and restaurants, particularly busy on a Thursday night before the Sabbath on Friday. A manhunt is underway for the shooter or shooters, and residents in the area were advised to stay indoors. Details were still coming in at the time of the taping of this newscast, and we will have more for you on this story tomorrow. The United Nations General Assembly voted today to suspend Russia from the UN Human Rights Council for its unjustified invasion of Ukraine and the killing of innocent civilians. Israel was among the 93 countries that voted in favor of the resolution. 24 voted against it, 58 abstained. Russia is only the second country to ever be suspended from the council. The first was Libya in 2011. Israel's Foreign Minister Yair Lapid released a statement after the vote, noting, however, that the vote today does not change our position toward the UNHRC, a body that is extremist, morally deficient, biased, and anti-Israeli at its core. Another Knesset member from the Yemina party is threatening the stability of Israeli Prime Minister Naftali Bennett's coalition. Nir Orbach issued a number of demands to Prime Minister Bennett today in order for him to remain in the government, he said, after the abrupt departure yesterday of fellow Yemina Knesset member Idit Silman. His demands include the approval of building plans for new homes in the West Bank. There did not seem to be a response from Bennett on this, who said yesterday that he was focused on keeping the coalition stable. Well, after outrage from a number of organizations, GEICO announced it is canceling an event honoring Linda Sarsour, an activist known for her vocal anti-Semitic, anti-Israel comments. Sarsour had been invited to speak at an internal event of the insurance giant, celebrating Middle Eastern and North African Heritage Month. The Anti-Defamation League CEO Jonathan Greenblatt had tweeted yesterday that he was shocked. A company like GEICO is reportedly partnering with Linda Sarsour, a person who peddles in anti-Semitic tropes while slandering and delegitimizing Israel. And watchdog group Stop Antisemitism founder Lior Erez sent a letter to GEICO's leaders to remove Sarsour from the honor. That Sarsour has a pattern of spewing offensive anti-Semitic vitriol and noting she was forced to step down from her board member role on the 2019 Women's March when her inflammatory anti-Semitic activity was exposed. Both welcomed GEICO's reversal today with Stop Antisemitism now, stressing, though, we need to delve further to prevent things like this from happening again. In its reversal today, GEICO wrote, GEICO does not condone hatred of any kind, and we do not stand for or with anyone who does. Prolific Jewish actor Nehemiah Persoff has died. Born in Jerusalem in 1919, Persoff's family moved to the U.S. in 1929, where after serving in World War II, he moved to New York and joined the renowned Actors Studio and studied with Elia Kazan, who cast him in an uncredited role, the silent cab driver in On the Waterfront. Persoff went on to work for over 5 decades in over 200 roles on stage and on screen, on television shows like The Twilight Zone and The Untouchables, Law and Order and Chicago Hope, and film roles like the gangster boss in Some Like It Hot and the father of Barbra Streisand's Yentl. Streisand tweeted yesterday, "Nikki lived a long, loving life. I'll miss you, Papa." Persoff died Tuesday in California. He was 102 years old. Well, Israel's ambassador to the UN, Gilad Erdan, hosted an early Passover Seder yesterday. At the UN, he wrote, with UN ambassadors from all over the world, we spoke about the themes of the holiday, the journey from slavery to freedom, and we sang the song thanking God for all the miracles that have happened to us. Dayenu.
Dayenu, 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 Dayenu.
Sitting to Erdan's left, by the way, is the U.S. ambassador to the UN, Linda Thomas-Greenfield, and to his right, Ukrainian ambassador Sergei Kyslytsa. Taking a look now at our programming for tonight on JBS. For Thursday, April the 7th at 7 o'clock, it's Talmud Study. At 7:30, Ellie Cohanim speaks with former Democratic Assemblyman Hikind on rising antisemitism as well as the Iran deal. At 8, Jonathan Tobin speaks to Melanie Phillips about Israel and Ukraine. At 10, a replay of Rabbi on the Sidelines with basketball coach Phil Martelli. And coming up next, it's Good Week Israel. And that's the JBS News Update for Thursday, April the 7th, 2022. I'm Teisha Bader. Stay healthy, stay well.